Dearly beloved, today we want to meditate on bearing selfless witness to Christ. Please, tell me who these two people are when I finish describing them. Quote, while he was still speaking, one of the 12 came, and with him a great crowd with swords and clubs, from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now, the betrayer had given them a sign, saying, "The one I shall kiss is the man. Seize him." And he came up to his teacher at once and said, "Hail, Master!" And he kissed him. End of quote. Who kissed his teacher? Yes, that was Judas. Matthew 26, 47 to 48. In Genesis 39, 13 and following, we read that a particular person ran away after leaving his garment with his master's wife. That woman called to the men of the household and said to them, "He came in to me to lie with me, and I cried out with a loud voice. And when he heard that I lifted my voice and cried, he left his garment with me and fled." Who fled? Yes, that was Joseph. But did Joseph really try to lie with Potiphar's wife? No. Unlike Potiphar's wife and Judas, who put themselves first, John the Baptist is an example of one who selflessly put Christ before himself in today's gospel. Please pay attention to what John said about Jesus in the gospel we just heard. "Behold the Lamb of God, who takes away the sin of the world. He is the one of whom I said, 'A man is coming after me who ranks ahead of me because he existed before me.'" The above statement shows how humble and selfless John was. A bit of context can help us grasp the weight of John's statement. In John chapter 1, we read that the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask who John was. He confessed and did not deny it, but confessed, "I am not the Messiah." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elijah?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." Then they said to him, "Who are you? Let us have an answer for those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying out in the wilderness, 'Make straight the way of the Lord.'" They asked him, "Why then are you baptizing if you are neither the Messiah nor Elijah nor the prophet?" John answered them, "I baptized with water. Among you stands one whom you do not know, the one who is coming after me. I am not worthy to untie the thong of his sandal." The events in today's gospel happened a day after John bore selfless witness to Jesus. John the Baptist saw Jesus coming toward him and said, "Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." Calling Jesus the Lamb of God reminds us of how the Israelites offered a lamb in sacrifice and how its blood was painted on their doorposts before the first Exodus. The blood of the lamb identified their homes, and the Lord passed over them when it was time to bring judgment on Egypt. We can find this in Exodus 12, 1 to 23 and verse 27. John was already telling those who came for baptism that Jesus is the new lamb, whose blood will save us from eternal destruction. Yet, the point we are making is that if John claimed to be the Christ, no one would have probably argued with him. Many were already imagining him to be the Messiah. Yet, instead of enjoying the attention, he put Jesus at the center. He pointed to Christ. As we shall later see, Jesus gained some of John's disciples through his selflessness. One of the reasons we are still here as a parish is because many of you refuse to be selfish. Because many of you insist on being selfless. You insist on putting Christ and his church before yourself. For instance, many of you live in ways that attract people to Christ. Some of you keep inviting your friends and family to masses. Thank you. Thank you very much. Others continue to sacrifice not just their treasure and time, but also their talent for God's kingdom. God bless you. Thank you. Even if no one notices your sacrifices, I want to assure you that God sees you. On this note, I want to thank those who continue to give so generously to keep both our churches open. May God replenish you beyond your wildest imagination. Thank you for being selfless. God bless you.